I'm Ethan. I'm the founder of Phyll. Best way to explain is we're basically like a Fitbit, but for your city's infrastructure. So every single week, dash cams capture about 30 billion miles of roads. That's 750 times every single road on the planet combined. And yet we have real-time data for social media and not for our built world. So that blind spot costs the world trillions of dollars and millions of lives every single year. And we see the infrastructure quietly crumbling all around us, right? Every single city. And yet we still have no way to holistically monitor it. And so we started building Phyll, where we turn everyday imagery into intelligence about our infrastructure. So without any new hardware, you don't need to adopt anything new. Our platform will extract real world data from the footage. So we can detect, geolocate, and evaluate infrastructure assets like light poles, hydrants, utility lines, sidewalks, and unlock continuous visibility and identify trends that give cities and utilities the power to act. And so to do this, we source dashcam footage for about $1 an hour from delivery and rideshare drivers. They're already capturing it on the roads. And we also support other types of imagery. So CCTV, we've got a partnership with a huge UAV and drone company, phones, smart glasses, you name it. We then anonymize and analyze the footage to create a continuously updating live searchable map of our physical infrastructure and 3D representations as well. And so the best part is that every mile actually makes it smarter. So the more drivers that hit the same roads, the more accurate our asset detection becomes. So a pothole that's seen once can be estimated, but by the 10th time, it's confirmed and refined with way higher confidence. And so because our drivers are earning passive income for just sharing the footage they're already recording, they very easily recruit others. And more drivers leads to more data, which leads to more demand, which leads to more data. It's a flywheel and it spins itself. So we launched 2 months ago, and we've already got a $1.2 million pipeline across insurance, defense, and utility. I've gotten 200,000 in grants from AWS, Oracle, and NVIDIA. Kicked off a paid pilot in Austin and London. We're being featured on the main stage at Oracle AI World as their flagship digital twin and agentic AI demo in October. And we've already onboarded our first 5 drivers, contributing 100 hours a week in Philly. And they love what we're building because we take them from blind spots to full real-time visibility at a fraction of the cost. And so you can cut inspection costs, flag what's vulnerable, prevent failures, act on live intelligence without visiting the site, and plug it directly into the tools you're already using today. In Delaware, as an example, right, 70% of your residents are feeling impacted by flooding, aging infrastructure, climate change. So no longer should your cities have to rely on inspections rather than insights. That's the goal. So we're starting by mapping the world block by block to validate the detection models and our delta models in varying conditions. From there, we're scaling to neighborhood and have increased data flow so we can further refine it. And then we'll scale city by city, starting with Philly. What we found is that with just 10 full-time drivers and $500 a week, we can acquire footage to cover the distance of every single road in the city of Philadelphia every 5 days. And once that's proven in one city, it's pretty quick for us to expand. We just literally jumpstart our contributor flywheel, and it makes it faster and cheaper to launch anywhere we want. And the goal is every city, every platform, and for training every robot and autonomous system. So institutions, communities, the largest tech companies are relying on outdated, contextless, synthetic data sets. And so we give them rich, real world, and live information instead. Right. And so to summarize, we buy footage for $1 an hour from drivers who are already capturing that footage. We extract about 1,000 assets per hour of footage and license that intelligence for anywhere between 10 cents to 25 cents per asset on a recurring asset based licensing model. And so as new data comes in, this layer continuously updates. And again, the more that we process, the better the pipeline gets, the more confidence we have, which means our data is more valuable and the lower the cost is with every single mile, literally. And none of it would be possible without my team. We spent the last decade building 3D simulation tools for the Department of Defense, Red Cross, and Fortune 500s. We ran 10,000 smart city simulations last year and saw the same flaw, which is simulations fail when they don't understand the world they're modeling. So we started building Phyll. Our advisors include Louis Rosenberg, inventor of augmented reality, and the head of spatial computing at both AWS and Oracle. And we intend on using the $10,000 prize from this competition to launch a pilot in Wilmington. So from the pilot, our goal would be to acquire and process 200 hours of footage, which would cover about 3,000 miles of roadway. So call it 10 times, 10 passes of all of Wilmington's roads at about $3.33 per mile. And we'd be able to analyze and identify about 75,000 infrastructure assets at just about 13 cents an asset, about 10 times lower than current costs. And to do this, we'll hire drivers. So we'll be putting money back into the economy. We have to conduct this for a couple of weeks so we can detect changes, and again, cover it every single week. So I actually am going to be filming our first footage if we're lucky enough to make the finals. I'll be filming our first footage that day. So I'm really excited about that. So we're not looking for you to install anything new. We just want you to let us turn what you already have into insights you need. So thank you, and I'm open to any questions you might have for me.